Good morning, children. So, today we are going to continue with the next part of the same chapter, Atmosphere. And today we will learn more about this atmosphere. Now, as far as the atmospheric pressure, humidity, air temperature is concerned, it all depends upon the it all depends upon which part of the earth we all are. As far as temperature is concerned, now the temperature is the degree of hotness or coldness of the air surrounding us. Now this temperature depends on several factors. One such factor is the latitude. So the latitudes which are found on the earth, it determines where the temperature is high. So in the lower latitudes, the temperature will be high, while in the higher latitudes, the temperature will be low. Next we come to altitude. Altitude also is a factor which determines the temperature. Higher we go in the mountains, the temperature becomes lower. Distance from the sea. So places which are closer to the sea will have a moderating influence of the sea, while places which are far away from the sea will have extremes of temperature. Ocean currents also play a very important role in determining the temperature of a place. The pressure which is exerted by the atmosphere on the earth is known as the atmospheric pressure. This atmospheric pressure also depends upon the temperature of the air as well as the altitude. In the lower latitude, air is always warm. So, pressure is always low. While in the higher altitude, temperature is low. So, pressure is always high. We must always remember that winds, they move from higher pressure to lower pressure. Moving air is called wind, and wind will always move from a higher pressure zone to a lower pressure zone. As far as the importance of the atmosphere is concerned, we all now know what are the different gases which are found in the atmosphere. Nitrogen maintains the fertility of the soil. Oxygen is used for respiration by all living beings. Carbon dioxide is used by the plants to manufacture their own food, as well as it keeps the earth warm. Ozone acts as a shield which is found in the stratosphere, and it saves the earth from the ultraviolet rays of the sun. The atmosphere also has got water vapor, which helps in the formation of rain. The dust particles, smoke particles, and all other impurities which are in the atmosphere acts as a nuclei for condensation of the water, which ultimately forms the clouds. Now let us come to the next topic, that is biosphere. In the last class, we had already discussed what is the biosphere. That is the sphere which consists of life. So bio means life, and all living beings exist in the biosphere. It is this biosphere which is unique to the earth, and that uniqueness is what the earth is in among all the planets of the solar system. The inhabitants of the biosphere are classified into two groups: the plant kingdom and the animal kingdom. All life forms are interdependent, that is, they depend on one another for their survival. The plant and animal life in the biosphere varies from place to place and region to region depending upon the climate. This biosphere is made up of distinct zones, and each zone has its own climate and plant and animal life. And these are known as the ecosystem. For example, we have the equatorial ecosystem where the trees are very dense, while we have a desert ecosystem where there is hardly any trees. Now, depending upon the different types of vegetation, animals are found in these regions which differ from one place to another. In the equatorial regions, due to the presence of trees, we will have several animals which are living on these trees. For example, monkeys. But we will not have monkeys in the deserts. Why? Because of the lack of trees. In the deserts, we will find such animals which can survive in the hot, dry condition. For example, some venomous snakes, that is, those snakes which are having a lot of poison, scorpions, lizards, which can live very easily in the desert environment. Now, there is a very delicate natural balance among all the components of the biosphere. However, to meet the demands of a rapidly growing population, more and more natural resources are being used up. We are cutting down too many trees without any thought. We are polluting the water. A huge amount of carbon dioxide, chlorofluorocarbons are being released into the atmosphere, and all these have resulted in large scale trapping of the heat and global warming. There is an urgent need to protect nature and maintain this balance. We must use our natural resources in such a way that we are able to preserve our environment for future generations. Now, because of excessive emission of carbon dioxide, the earth is becoming warmer and warmer. This has resulted in a greenhouse effect. Now, what do we mean by a greenhouse? Let us learn what actually is a greenhouse. On your screen, you can see a glass house. Now, this glass house is a house which is completely made up of glass. Such glass houses are very common in cold regions where people can grow certain flowers, vegetables, fruits which cannot grow very easily outside due to very low temperature. Now, what does the glass house do? It allows the rays of the sun to enter and keep this house very warm, but does not allow the warmth to be released. That means it traps the heat inside this glass house, which helps all these plants and vegetables, fruits to have the required temperature. In the similar manner, the earth is also becoming warm. That means it is also acting like a glass house by trapping the heat but not allowing the heat to escape. And which are these gases which are responsible? They are carbon dioxide, methane, chlorofluorocarbons, and nitrogenous oxide. They allow the sun's heat to enter but do not allow the heat to escape. So these gases are known as greenhouse gases. They are responsible for increasing the temperature of the earth. The amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere has increased considerably because of too much of use of fossil fuels like petroleum, diesel, and this has led to the earth to become warmer and warmer. As a result, global warming is the name or is the phenomena which has been given to determine or to understand this sudden increase in the temperature of the earth. Besides this, there is a depletion of ozone layer also. In the last class, I had explained to you what is ozone and where is it found. Ozone is oxygen having 3 molecules, just like oxygen which has got 2 molecules. So ozone has got 3 molecules while oxygen has got 2 molecules. However, this ozone layer which is found in the stratosphere is of great importance because it saves the earth from the ultraviolet rays. Now, because of excessive emission of chlorofluorocarbons from refrigerators, air conditioners, aircrafts, these molecules of ozone have started to become less. As a result, they are allowing the ultraviolet rays to reach the earth. Apart from human-made changes, there are certain natural processes also which is destroying this ozone layer. For example, volcanic eruptions also emit a huge amount of toxic gases which result in the depletion of this ozone. Now, due to the impact of this ozone layer depletion and global warming, large-scale melting of glaciers have started to take place, which has resulted in the increase in the sea levels, change in global rainfall pattern. For example, the monsoons have become very erratic. Changes in agricultural yields. Now, due to excessive floods or droughts, the yield of agriculture has also started to become less. Now, what are the ways by which we can reduce this global warming? This global warming can be reduced by controlling deforestation, and we should also cut down on vehicular emissions, reduce the use of chlorofluorocarbons, and also change our lifestyle. So these are the ways in which we can reduce global warming and ensure a better and happier life, which will not only keep the earth healthy, it will also make us healthy. So students, with that, we complete the chapter, and I hope I have made myself very clear in this part of the lesson. You are supposed to go through from the last paragraph of page number 10 to page number 13. So that is what we have enough time for today. Thank you.